Right, so I cut this second page up in two pieces because this is a different area and I wanted to take out some of the notes so that you can see how to do it. In the second section, it asks you to work out the percentage increase. So what we're looking for is our answer to be a percentage. Now, if you look in the notes on Shobi, you will see that I have percentage change. And look at this, determine the percentage change when 50 kilograms is increased to 70 kilograms. So that should be something similar to this question here. Work out the percentage increase. So notice it goes from 45 franc to 80 franc. And in my notes, you can see where what you need to do is step one, find the multiplier. So you take your new amount divided by the original amount, okay, for the increase. And then you convert the decimal portion to the percentage. So let's try the first. Let's do the increase. So according to this, we take the new amount divided by the original amount, okay? So I can even put that here so that we can see. So what we need to do is take the new amount. So the original amount was 45 franc. So I have to find my multiplier. So my new amount is 80. And my original amount is 45. So if we do that with a calculator, all right, we can go 80 divided by 45. And if you do that, you get 1.77777. Okay, so let's do that. So now we get 1.77. Okay. And now let's just check what the document says again, just so that we can use our notes and make sure it's correct. It says here that once we find the multiplier, which is in this case 1.77, convert the decimal portion to the percentage. So let's see. If we look at this example, we have 0.77. What's the decimal part? The decimal part is 0.77. So all we need to do is take 0.77, 0.77, and change that to a percentage. Well, how do we do that? We take this and we just times this by 100. And that gives us 77%. Notice I use the decimal, so 0.77. I ignore the 1 and I just use 0.77. So that means that if I increase 45 by 77%, I get 80 franc. Okay, so that's how we have the percentage increase. Now for the percentage decrease, this is when it goes down. Let's take a look at the same idea. So if you go to your notes, I have these notes here. To find the decrease, we do the same step. We find the multiplier using this formula. All right, so we're going to use the same formula. But in this case, it says we're going to convert the decimal portion to a percentage, like here. But after, we're going to subtract 100%. So let's take a look at this here. So in this decrease, let's use the formula here. So the new amount, so it goes from 230 to 120. So 120 is our new amount. So if we take our new amount, we go 120 divided by our original amount, which is 230. Let's see what we get. So if we take the calculator and do this, we have 120 divided by 230. I get 0.52. So here we go. 0.52. Okay. And now, if we look at our instructions from what we have to do next, let's see, where's my file? There we go. It says subtract 100%. So in this case, because it's decreasing, I have to subtract 100%. So first I'm going to change this to a percentage. So 0.52, if I want to change this to a percentage, it's like above here. So I times by 100. So I get 52%. And the last step is to do 100% minus 52%. So with a decrease, you always have to subtract this percentage, and you should get 48%. And now I can put my box around it, and here we go. So here's my increase. So I take my multiplier, I do my new amount divided by my original amount, and then I change the decimal to a percentage. But when it decreases, I use the same formula, new amount divided by the original amount. I change it to a percentage, and then I subtract 100% off. So that's how we change and find the percentage when something increases or decreases. All right. So you have your other question here for your first two. Now we've done this. And the last section of this page here is write as an improper fraction and write as a mixed fraction. So write as an improper fraction, this is quite simple. I'm just going to rewrite this so it's a little bit bigger. So 8 1/3. And to write this as an improper fraction, you multiply the denominator against the whole number. So 3 times 8. And then you're going to add the plus 1 on top of here. So you're going to add the numerator plus 1. So if you do that, 3 times 8 is 24, plus 1 is 25. And now the denominator you always keep the same, so I put it over 3. So there we go. Now we're done with our improper fraction, okay? Next thing we went on to do is change this one to a mixed number, okay? So this is the opposite. So currently, this is an improper fraction, and I want to change it to a mixed number. It's the opposite of the question before. So if I ask myself, what is 37 divided by 4? So if I use my calculator, so I'll get my calculator out here so you can see. I go 37 divided by 4, I get 9. And I'm going to forget about the decimal. I'm going to get 9. So here, the whole piece of your thing should be 9. And now, what is the remainder? Well, if you go along here and I go, okay, what's 9 times 4? Meaning, what's 9 times this number here? You should get 36. And how close am I going from 36 to 36, 37? Well, I'm one number away. So I take 37, subtract 36. So 37, subtract 36, which is 1. And the remainder, which is 4, I keep that here. So I get 9 1/4. That is my final answer, 9 1/4. That's how I change an improper fraction to a mixed fraction. That's what you need to do. So this is done for the video here. I'll see you on page 3.